Hey guys, this is Jeremy and it's officially become to this. I have no other vlog ideas other than let's just shave my face, let's shave my head, and you guys kind of watch me as I'm talking about stuff. That's not true. I actually have a little format I want to share with you guys, a little different way of doing the vlog. But I do want to tell you about a lot of different things that are coming up. A lot of things are happening in my life that professionally I don't get to talk about a lot because it's counseling. There's a lot of disclosure stuff I can't reveal about my clients. If I give up that information, I could go to jail. I could be sued a lot of money. So I really just don't talk about my job really at all. But there are some things that have come up that at least not necessarily client-based, but professionally I can share with you. So I wanted to do that in this vlog. My time at Appleseed, I've gotten to see a whole lot of things grow as I've been there. Even though it's only been 6-7 months that I've been there, there's already been a lot of growth from, I got to do a reoccurring group. I'm still doing it, so it's on the rebound a little bit, but they've never really introduced anything like that where a group is continuously running. Same thing with one of the big things that they're wanting to try to implement coming soon is a substance abuse program. So I get to kind of be on the forefront of that. They are implementing some more staff into the process. They are growing their domestic violence program. It's amazing to see all the different things going on there. One of the interesting ones that's really hard for me to kind of really grasp just because I haven't seen it done very well in at least other agencies, not even my old agency, but just other agencies, is they have something where they're investing in people that struggle with psychosis. So with schizophrenia or just delusional disorder, talking about how that can be trauma-based or something that actually can be a strength for the client as opposed to something to be feared. And they are actually up and running with that program. I absolutely love it. So to see these programs grow and grow and to see the whole community evolve as we go along, it's really been awesome just to be a part of that for myself, to help the clients navigate through that process. And even myself, one of the big things that's going to come up for the next month and a half is I'm going to be also growing in my counseling experience with a couple things I'm going to be introducing. Definitely the substance abuse program is something that Appleseed Community Health Center is wanting to implement into their program. And so they're trying to get their boots on the ground a little bit. One of the big ways to do that is to work with the community probation and parole department to be able to work with those clients to help get them into treatment, invested in that. Right now here in Ashland County, we're going to go talk to the prosecutor's office to see, is there any funds, is there any ability to work with them to help with those clients that could potentially come and do treatments with us. This is what I did in Colorado. This is exactly how I had done counseling, is working with these programs. Courts don't necessarily know what to expect or what to ask, and so we just want to go hear what they have to say, hear what their needs are, and kind of follow through with that. So I'm really excited to be able to help out with that process and involve myself however I need to. One of the things that counselors have to always keep in mind is that they are keeping themselves sharp, that they're learning some new things. The continued education stuff is an expectation that you have, at least here in Ohio, for counseling. And so that allows you to make sure you do not fall into a rut, that you do not miss any evidence-based practices, that you are always trying to learn and grow in this process for our clients. We want to make sure we're doing this for our clients. And so one big thing I'm going to get to do at the end of next week is that I'm going to be leading a training for other counselors and caseworkers to understand how to do substance abuse assessments really, really well, to what to look for, how to refer, even for caseworkers on what it is that they should be keeping an eye out for, that they can then refer them to go see a counselor to have this assessment for substance use. It's really hard as far as whenever you're talking about someone that may have an issue as far as with drugs or alcohol, because they don't want to admit it. It's really, really difficult. And how do you have that conversation? How do you get them into counseling? How do you encourage them to just to have that initial dialogue, just to have an assessment done and to go from there, but then also to make sure that you're assessing them well. And so that's what my training is going to be about. Thirdly, I'm going to get to do some community education events where I go up front and speak in front of the community, invite everybody that wants to come see other counselors or clients or just people in general that are interested in the topic. I want to do one on marijuana and just kind of the effects of it. The laws are coming out, what's happening in other states, really kind of educate some people on just understanding what marijuana is, what it isn't, and really even how the legality of it could potentially affect everything going on. Same thing with as far as one that I've been asked to do for the end of this month is called Trauma with regards to substance use. So how does trauma therapy also have the persistence of substance abuse with it? And so we try to take those two different ideas, put them together, and try to figure out also how we can separate the two so that we can actually treat both. Not that you can actually separate them, but knowing that there's substance abuse and trauma results from substance abuse, and just being able to look at the whole complex web of everything. Finally, the last thing I want to do is make sure that I get my independent licensure, because right now I can only bill clients that have Medicaid. So if you have private insurance, I actually can't see you, which has actually led to a couple of people that have been unable to come see me, especially the clients that have substance abuse treatment. There will still be some that I'll just never be able to meet with. Medicare clients are only seen by social workers. But also, if I get my independent licensure, this will allow me to be able then to move on to be able to try and supervise other clinicians. That's something I also want to do. It will definitely make me stick more in the company as far as being able to stay because I'm more valuable, but also being able to invest in other counselors and shape the culture at the agency I'm working with. That's really important to me. So I've got a lot on my plate right now, for sure. I'm excited to see how it plays out. We'll see what happens. Who knows what's next with all this, but I definitely want to try these things and see what happens. Tell me what you think about this kind of vlog, this scripted vlog idea where we're doing a little bit more producing, a little bit more formatting. Let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.